Now, last night, about 14 hours ago, we fought the second Axon, and we... not that. Tab? Yeah, tab, okay. We fought the second Axon, beat it, and now we have the... where is it? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It is... no, it's not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Oh, it's the barrier breaker. That's what it is. Kind of cool looking, honestly, with like the moving blade and all. Yes, Minoko is the GOAT. I love Minoko. All of his lines and everything, love him. Although he's not like a mainstay on my team. My team right now is, well, I keep Minoko on. I'll bring him in for helping him get up to where the other characters are level wise, but also for perfecting the Picos. Justice for Noko, yeah. I have him as a main for comedy. Some of his fucking lines, man. Fucking great. I love it. Um, but yeah, I mainly bring him in just to learn the Pitos because I like the setup that I have on my main three fighters, with which is CL, Verso, and Mael. I'm not a big fan of Lune. CL, Minoko. Lune, Minoko, and CL are your main front three. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Lune, I just haven't been able to find like a good either set of skills or like a rotation of skills that really let me feel like I was doing a lot. So I mean, I've mainly just been keeping her with the weapon that generates a random stain on free shot, just so that when her first turn comes up, I can automatically just crank out of mayhem and just do a shit ton of damage. Heals and revives and shields. Does she have one for shields? It's 10. 8 or 10. Applies slow. Don't remember, to be honest, but it's in her kit somewhere. Okay. Yeah, no, I believe you. I did like having her in the team early on for just this one. Being able to do a big heal to everybody and then also apply regen. That's great. But instead, I've kind of gone towards CL as my healer slash buffer. Because Grim Harvest is great. Realized late about the... Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with them. I actually just went through another dungeon. I fought the second Atson, so and I'm back at camp now, so I need to go through and talk to everybody and get all the relationship things up. We well, Verso had a fun time last night with CL. It must have been the fishnets. It's a weakness. But yeah, I like CL for her ability to do heals to everybody. Base 30 is kind of low, but can boost that up pretty significantly with Fertel. And then also her all set, doing Shell, Powerful, and Rush on all allies. That's pretty dope. And then I just redid Verso's abilities because I have it set up on, I think, all the characters now to where when they do a base attack, they actually do 2 base attacks at once. And each base attack is giving them 3 AP. So I can fire a couple free aim shots, either set up for a burn or a mark, and then crank out base attacks, get a ton of AP back, and then turn around and be all set for next turn to do whatever I need to, whether it's buff, heal, or start dishing out damage. Which actually reminds me, I know we reset Rousseau and did the skills on him. Did I do his... Okay, I do not think I set him up with all that. Okay. So it was energizing attack 2. Ooh, double mark would be nice. Combo attack. Okay, yeah, we'll just... Energizing attack 2. Does she have combo attack? Oh yeah, okay, so she does have combo attack 2 on. That's awesome. No, that's not what I want. Here we go. Active. The percent more... Okay, that's an equipped. Free aim damage, break damage. More corrosive burned. Base attack has 1 extra hit. Can add burn, breaking... No, killing an enemy. Gets more AP. AP on perfect dodge. AP on all jumps. AP on breaking. AP base attack. Some battle start. Oh, I need a bunch of points to be able to get that out. 20% chance. Like that for the health. Okay. So, we got that on. Confident fighter. There it is. I need 3 more points. Damn. Actually, wait, isn't there a... No, it's free aim damage. I don't want to mess with that. Why did I have that on you? That made no sense. So cost, we have... It's a tenner. Now it's exposing attack. There it is. Okay. Yeah, point cost. Says we have 7 points left. Ignore shield. I'm not worried about that. Increase break damage on crits. Hmm. Yeah, we'll do that. Critical break. More break damage on crit hits, which he is critting a pretty decent amount of the time now. Okay, point cost. Actually, yeah, no, point cost was fine. Level 35, starting at 2, underleveled, because I go one shots by Sprong. So you're just in, So there is a island in it's around where you get left, where you start at 2 at. There's an island, there's not much on it, there's a battle with it, and one of them's like the big rock pillars with the crystal coming out of it. That is a great place to grab a handful of levels. I think I went from 35 to 40 there. And that helped me quite a bit. Do you have any recoats? The, like, red-looking item thing? Recoats. That's the thing. I can just go to a previous save load if I can't do this again. Sorry, I just finished this section last night and I hadn't talked to anybody yet. So we'll skip that for now because I will load my save back and go there. Okay, so it is I want to say it's this one right here, but it might also be this one further down. It's one of these on the side. I spent a good like 4-ish hours grinding there. Yeah. Just keep on doing that fight, because 25k XP isn't terrible for where you are right now, but once you start getting no hits in, that boosted up to, I want to say, 30 or more, and just crank out those no hits till you get everybody up to like level 40. And then from there, you should be able to pretty easily coast through the rest of it. That would be my suggestion. Once you get a bit further in, there's a spot... further up here that I found that... Actually, it might be over here. Yeah, I think it was over here. And it was giving... a no-hit was giving me over 100,000 experience. But you got to do a couple more areas for that. Yeah, some of the world bosses are extremely hard. And you can't... like, there was one, I want to say it was one that was roaming around Gestural Village that... oh, no, it wasn't roaming around Gestural Village. It was in a little, like, roundabout thing. Like, it was off hidden in a little corner, and it mollywopped my ass for at least 10 levels. I came back a little bit later, and I smashed the hell out of it. It was a breeze. No, but one of those two spots, I want to say it's the Gestural Beach. It's like 25k, 30k for no hits. It's not bad. It's gonna take a little bit to farm up the levels and all, but once you hit level 40, you're doing pretty well. And the recoat items that you'll get through exploring and fighting some of the optional bosses or story bosses that let you reset a character's skill tree or attribute points, don't be afraid to use those, because you'll find later on, once you get into the Forgotten Battlefield, there's an enemy where that's a rare drop. And then further on, I think it was over here, it's a more common drop, and you can actually get 2 of them from one battle. So don't be afraid to use your recoats to redo your characters. Yeah. Do 999 on... with everyone. I min-maxed. But is that enough for endgame? That should be fine. My characters aren't well, I'm critting for 999 on a lot of stuff, but for Verso I have 40 in agility, 40 in luck, and then 47 in might, 41 vitality. I pretty much have everybody on 40 in luck, just because 40 seems to be a soft cap for it. Because before, like, you could do like 2 or 3 points into luck and you were getting a point. Once you hit 40, you're putting 3 points in luck for 1% in crit. So your return on investment really starts dropping off at 40, I feel like. But I'm only in the 50s, so... My Allen's are glass cannons. You only have 800 health. Have you been putting Lumina on your characters? For, like, their passives? Yeah, each one has 70? Okay. What I would say then is... for Verso to have over 3k, I'm guessing you have a lot of his equipment as being high HP adding ones. Put more HP having ones on Mael and CL. Because if you have them set as glass cannons, at least for me, how I play, if I go glass cannon, I feel like I should be hitting every parry or dodge all the time. I should not miss any of those. Well, no, there aren't any... So the Lumina is just the passives. The Pitos are what actually augment your stats. So... resort your Pitos instead of the default by level, set it to HP. So like on CL, why she's at 4200 health is because one of her Pitos adds 2000 HP and 300 defense. No, when you master a Pitos, you just get the passive at the bottom. So that's why, like, I equipped a lot of Lumina on them, so that I can have a whole bunch of extra passives and all. But for the actual HP stats, or if I don't have or if I have a really high cost passive to put on, I'll put it on as an equip instead of as a passive. So that way, so like for CL, That's why I'm getting her up to 4,000 HP, because she has a 2,000 point Pitos on. And then Verso, he has 3,000 HP, and I have a 513 energizing start, so he gets 1 AP on battle start, 500 health, and then I have another one this is just for health. I don't care about the passive on this. HP on counterattack, I'm not big on parries, so I'm not big on counterattacks. It's just that 700 HP. So those two, that's over 1,250 points in HP. Oh no. Okay, there we go. And then Mael, same thing. Powerful shots. Which this one's actually pretty nice. 20% chance to gain powerful on free aim shots, almost 1,000 HP. Battle start, 300 HP. So, yeah. To boost their health and everything up, that's would be my big recommendation overall. So when I first started, I was doing my attribute points in I had, before I reset all my characters, I had like 30 in luck, 20 in HP, 15 in might. I had some agility. I had basically nothing in luck. I was putting a ton into defense and HP, but I wasn't hitting for jack shit. Are you good at dodging? Or maybe you're a god of the game and you can parry your ass off. But I don't feel like defense is really that big of a return on investment. The only reason I would really put anything into defense going into the end game, or what I think is going to be the end game, is if the weapon scales on, is if the weapon you want to use scales on defense. So the reason why the one I have equipped to him is at 1700 power at 19 is because it scales off of vitality and agility. So the reason why that the power on it's ramping up so high like that is because I dumped a ton of points into HP and speed. But that's just kind of my 2 cents. Because I really like this weapon. What the speed... So speed is going to dictate turn order to a degree. Part of the turn order of like when a battle starts is whichever character you have picked first. So it's the order in which you make your party. So I have Verso as my first flag character, Mael, Minoko. It's going to put the order of battle, or generally, unless you have a passive that puts them as going first, Verso, Mael, Minoko. So that's what having the flags is going to help represent. The speed helps with that, but it also helps with, okay, where is their order going to fall in relationship to the enemy? So if they have higher speed than the enemy, then you'll have all 3 of your members getting a turn before the enemy does. And then how you can put rush on characters. Rush boosts their speed up temporarily, and it can also alter the order of battle. So a lot of times when I have Minoko out, because he's under level everyone else, sometimes he falls, sometimes it'll be Verso, then Mael, then the enemy, and then Minoko. And if I have, like, if I don't have Verso in, I have CL in, because CL is my buffer at battle start. If I have CL in, and she does her ability to all set, apply rush to all allies, and if Minoko is generally